You will hear people talking in different situations. For questions, choose the best answer, A, B, or C. 1. You hear a man talking about a ceramics course he attended. What aspect of the course did he find unsatisfactory?
This was a one-week course, and I decided to go for it because at school I never had much time for art. I paid £30, which is reasonable when you consider that the materials are included. The thing is, although I didn't expect the teacher to do it all for me, I did at least expect some ideas about what to do. Some useful tips, like you should design your piece on paper first, which would have been useful. Anyway, the plate I produced didn't look very professional, but I made a great soap dish for my bathroom. I don't think the other students did much better.
Two. On a radio program, you hear some information about a future guest. What will he be talking about?
With the summer approaching and all this good weather we're having, it's time to start thinking of the outdoor life. Graham Sanders, who's an expert on mountain climbing, is going to be explaining how to make sure you get exactly the right kit. There's so many products now that finding the right items can be a difficult job. But by picking up some insider secrets, you can be sure of making the right choice. And when you've got your gear home, it'll be time to show off all you can do. As Graham often says, with some preparation, anybody can climb even the highest mountain.
Three. You hear part of a talk about how to look fit and healthy. What is the speaker's advice?
As soon as you start an exercise program, you'll start looking healthier. And if you keep it up, you'll see the difference in the mirror within a few weeks. Forget the scales, they're not a good way of telling if you're losing body fat. Replacing fat with muscle makes you look better, but it may actually increase your weight, as muscle weighs more. So just look in the mirror and enjoy the improvement. And don't be fooled by the usual fad diets telling you to cut out sugar or bread. None of them work, and some people think they're downright dangerous.
Four. You overhear two college students talking about applying for a weekend job. What do they agree about?
Did you see the advert on the college notice board about weekend jobs in the kitchens?
Yes, but I really wanted something that's related to my studies, that would look good on my CV. Mind you, it would get me out of the house and give me something a bit less serious to do. And of course, it would help to have the extra money, what with the fees and the books I need this term.
I'm lucky not to have that problem. But I like the idea of meeting people. That really sounds fun, and I don't think we should be worrying about our career prospects yet.
Five. You overhear two people talking about transport. Why has the woman decided to use a bike instead of a car?
Jane, Great to see you on your bike. So at last you've left your car at home.
Well, it's not for the reasons you think. I've put the car up for sale. On my student income, it just didn't work. I know. Don't start lecturing me about car fumes, the ozone layer, the polluted air we breathe. Look at the state I'm in after a quarter of an hour of cycling. Exhausted and cold. Who knows, I might have caught flu or something.
If you're ill, you shouldn't be doing this, of course.
Oh, don't worry. I'm sure I'll feel better when I warm up a bit.
Now play the recording again. Six. On the radio, you hear a woman talking about a sport. What is she doing?
Scrambling is often described as the grey area between walking and climbing. Technically, as soon as you start to put your hands on rock, it becomes a scramble. However, one person's scrambling is another person's climbing. It depends on your perception. If you come from a walking background, as soon as your hand touches the ground, you may class that as a scramble, whereas if you're from a climbing background, you'd think differently. The typical scramblers are people who find rock climbing too difficult or who don't have a head for heights.
Seven. You hear the weather forecast on the radio. How will the weather change tomorrow?
Now for the weather in the northeast for the rest of today and tomorrow. The spell of cold weather, brought in by Arctic winds, is set to continue today, with increasing cloud this afternoon, followed by snow showers in the evening. Tomorrow's looking more promising, with temperatures rising by 2 or 3 degrees as a result of a few more hours of sunshine, though the wind will remain strong, perhaps slightly less so than today, with gusts of up to 80 kilometres an hour in most areas. The severe weather's likely to continue well into next week.